Today I would like to talk with you about time-lapse videos on Neptune 4 Plus from Illego. Before we start talking about it, there is one important notice. Illego is not using the clean clipper. They configure it and compile it for the Neptune 4 Plus, but it's their own compilation. So be careful when you are changing the clipper. Before we start, it's very important that you won't update clipper fluid on any part of the system installed on your Neptune 4 Plus. It's very important. You can break your operating system on the printer. I already did it, and to fix it, you need to do a lot of necessary steps to fix the system. So be careful, don't update anything. Before we start, we need to make a copy of every important configuration file on the printer. In case something get wrong, we can recover the data and the Illego clipper installed on the device. So we are ready right now to make a copy of all configuration files of the printer. To do it, we are starting the PuTTY app, log in as MKS user with the password makerbase. So we can do it right now. I'm already logged in. To copy the files, I will be using the Midnight Commander app. Midnight Commander app is a tool. It's a file manager for Linux, but you don't need to be profi to make a copy of your configuration file. Just type MC. It's already installed on the device. And I will show you step by step how to make a copy. First of all, press F7 to make a new folder. Let us name it backup. We have the folder, just open it, and in the second part of the screen we will select the files we want to make a copy of. So first of all, we will select with insert clipper config, clippy-env, moonraker-env, printer data, and that should be all. Let's check it once more time. Clipper config, clippy-env, moonraker-env, and printer data. And right now just press F5. It will take some time because it's like 104 megabytes. We need to keep this data safe. You can put it on your USB stick, but it's not necessary. If you have a copy of it in your on your printer, it's also enough. You can see in the expert that I already installed some time-lapse stuff, but we will do it in a second. Right now press F10 to quit, and we are back. So what we should do? The steps are not very complicated. We will be using the Moonraker-timelaps plugin. It's a plugin from Mainsail crew. They created a special plugin which allows you to make time-lapse videos on your printer. The link will be posted in the video description. So it's on GitHub. There is a project. Just go to this page. You can see right now the page. I'm in my web browser. There's a short description how to do it. There's also a very nice example, and most two important parts of this process is the configuration and the installation. Just go to the installation page. We are already there, and do the steps they defined here, like clone this repository, go to Moonraker-timelaps, and then just install it. I won't be doing it on the printer because I already did it. and this command will install a Moonraker on the device. The second step is to configure it. So let's go to a Moonraker conf file and paste it. So you can press here this icon, it will copy this part of this file, and you can put it inside your Moonraker file. So the files are over there. Go to the configuration section, Moonraker, and at the end of the file you can just paste it. So you can see update manager timelapse. I already did it. Update manager timelapse, and it's the configuration. This part will be copied during the configuration process. It's already done on my computer, but don't worry, I will show you the second step. So usually it would be everything, but not on a Lego Neptune 4, because they are using a different clipper, which is not the clean clipper. This stuff won't work when you boot the printer. What you should do, it's very important that you follow up the steps I'm showing you right now. So let's go back to PuTTY. You can see the PuTTY, and in PuTTY I will show you where the configurations files of Moonraker are, and where there is a very important file that you need to also copy to your clipper config folder. If we list the files inside a clipper config folder, you can see you have your configuration plr config. It's a file from Lego. There are also some other stuff like webcam txt. I showed it how to do it in my previous video, the installation of the webcam on Lego Neptune Plus. So you can reference this video to see how to configure the webcam. The assumption is that the webcam is already configured. Then there are some special saved variables files, don't touch it, and our printer config file. What is missing here is this file. This file on your printer, it won't be there. It's a timelapse config file. How can you bring the config file from the Moonraker timelapse plugin to this folder? It's quite easy. We need to find this file. I know where this file is. So let's list Moonraker timelapse folder. There is one. You cloned it using Git, and you can see there is this folder, and there are some macros, clipper macro. Just have a look what you can to see what you can find inside this folder. Clipper macro. There is your file you are looking for. It's timelapse config. Usually the installation process, if we are using the standard clipper installation, would be automatic. This timelapse file will be copied to a clipper config folder, but not on a Lego Neptune 4. So you are just copying it to your folder. The command is quite easy. It will be posted in the description of the video. You are just copying Moonraker-timelaps clipper macro, timelapse config to your clipper config folder, and that's all. You will see when you go back to the browser, you will see that this file will be there, so it should appear here in this configuration files, and you can just start with the configuration. Maybe it's necessary to reboot your printer, but in my case it wasn't necessary. So let's start with the configuration process. Like I said before, you are on this page, clicking on the configuration MD file, and you are landing on this page. What they ask us to do is to change the printer config file. Just press on this icon. It will copy the content of this prepared file. It's include timelapse config. We are including timelapse config file in printer config. So just go to your printer config. It's in configuration section. You have some Chinese description. I don't understand it, but it's the configuration file for Neptune 4 Plus and Max. And they are saying us that we shouldn't update it. There was some comment. Let me have a look. No, there was some info in one configuration file. So I already changed it. So include timelapse config. That's very important. With it, we are including the config file. We copied in the last step, and the printer config is already changed. So we are saving it and restarting the printer. So let's do it right now. You will get some info clip. It's not connected. It will take some time. The printer is restarting. And we can have a look on the dashboard. You can see there is one of my camera. I installed some 4K webcam from Creative. Very nice. I will do some video about it. But right now you will see this icon. It's a time-lapse icon. And beside that, you need to we will have a look on it later. But first of all, go to the configuration file. Like they said on the page, you have two options. You can use some special command. You can put in your custom G code. There is a detailed description how to do it in Cura and in Super Slicer. I want to do it right now, but I will show you how to select the simplest method to make a time-lapse video. So let's go to Moonraker-conf, copy the content of this selection, like copy it, and in the Moonraker-conf, just paste it. Uncomment those lines showing you the path. In my case, I used MKS time-lapse videos. I created this folder. This folder doesn't exist. You can use like a temp folder, but in my case, I like to put it inside this folder. So each created video will land in this folder. The frame path needs to be uncommented. The frames will land in temp time-lapse folder. Is the standard folder like here. See, it's time-lapse folder. I just changed the output path. You can leave it like it's already there, but you can also change it. So that should be everything. Let us have a look on the time-lapse config file. Yeah, here are some things we need to change. No, we don't need to change here anything. Right now, I would recommend to reboot the printer. Just go to host, reboot. It will take some time. You don't need, in case that something is not working, just reboot the printer, because the Moonraker clipper need to load all the configuration file you change, and at the end you should see your camera on dashboard, the plugin time-lapse plugin icon on the left side of the fluid, and all the configuration file like time-lapse config in on the left side where the configurations file are. So we need to force refresh. Yeah, if you have this time-lapse icon here, have a look on the configuration files. Time-lapse config is also there, so we can start configuring it. Go to settings. There is a time-lapse section here. You need to choose the camera. I have 3, so I took one of them, a 4K creative webcam, and I selected the hyperlapse option. The hyperlapse option means the camera will take a photo every every 10 seconds in my case. So there is a cycle. You can define how often should a photo be taken. In this case, it's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It's on you how to configure it. Everything, the detailed information you can find in the documentation. I didn't want to do it first with that with taking a photo on each layer. I did it with the easiest way at the beginning. I need to experiment a little bit with it. You need to add the special command. You need to change the custom G-code. It's not complicated, but to check if the plugin works, the easiest way is to use the hyperlapse settings. So just and the most important notice is this section. I disabled the notification because you will see that your clipper is dirty. You can recover it, but please don't do it. You will break your system. Don't update Moonraker. Don't update the packages. I think the packages you could be updated, but I want to do it. The timelapse is updated. This package you can update, but don't change anything else. If you update this timelapse plugin, it may be necessary to copy once more time the timelapse config to a clipper config folder. But if you won't do it, it will work. So let's have a look right now. There's a time-lapse. I already created some time-lapse video before, and you can see when the time-lapse plugin is started. You will see the frames here. The printer will start taking frames, and at the end the files are landing in time-lapse folder, and you can just download it. So you are clicking on the folder. It will open a window. There is a preview. You can just see what the printer is doing, stop it, download the file, or remove it. It's really easy, but it's very important that you won't update the system packages. After updating the system packages, you will get a lot of errors, meaning that the system is corrupted right now and you need to restore the original system. I will create a video about it, how to do it the Allegus way and the my way, but it's quite complicated. So to save your time and avoid any problems, we are not updating anything. This configuration will allow you to make a time-lapse videos, and that's very nice feature which is lacking in Allegus firmware. We were happy that a Moonraker-timelaps team created this plugin, so we can add this plugin to our printer without breaking the Allegus clipper. So that's all, guys, for today. I hope that this video will help someone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment a video and place your questions there. So have a nice day. Bye.